What's going on, guys? It's Zay Custis Carpentry TV, and I'm back with another one. And today I wanted to have a discussion about Malika Andrews, but from a different perspective. If you don't know, Des Bryant has recently called out Malika Andrews because of the whole Josh Giddey thing. And if you don't know about Josh Giddey is a basketball player, Australian basketball player for the Thunders, the Oklahoma Thunders. And recently he's been in controversy for talking to an underage girl. And the reason why Des Bryant called out Malika Andrews is because she was silent on the matter. But when it comes to anybody who is black or African American, she always has something to say as far as bringing up people's criminal history.
Played 4 seasons in the NBA with multiple teams. In 2018, he was waived by the Magic after he was named in a report by ESPN's Outside the Lines that he'd been involved in an alleged sexual assault at Michigan State in 2000.
That could paint them in a certain light, you know. When it comes to white America, they already kind of view us a certain way, you know, as far as, you know, our past and our upbringing and stuff like that. That's why you have things like the NFL draft. They love, they love, they love, they love, they love, they love. And I'll probably post some snippets of it, of them bringing up players past. He got drafted. Oh yeah, his mom was a crackhead. His father wasn't in his life. This and that, this and that. And that's why when it comes to Malika Andrews bringing up certain stuff, it creates this stigma, and it reaffirms what white America already thinks about us. You know, that we're all impoverished, dumb criminals and stuff like that. And I know this is a tangent, but it's not really a black. It's a black issue. You know, certain things is a black issue, but poverty is a classism issue. If you look at a place like Boston, Boston has a lot of white poverty, and what comes with that? A bunch of crime. But back to Malika Andrews. Malika Andrews comes off as someone who was rejected by the community, and reason being is maybe because her mixed race and because of the way she talks. In our community, we tend to do this thing where we say, "Oh, you talk white," quote unquote, and it really stems from slavery because slaves weren't allowed to read or write, so they weren't the best orators. And when they were freed, that mentality never left them. You know, certain colloquialisms and the way we talking broken, it became our culture. It's almost like America when you think about it. America is a place where the language is a bunch of combination of different languages, Latin, French, and different, you know, combinations of words. And that's why when you go to a place like the UK, they talk quote unquote proper compared to Americans. But I digress. I want to give you guys a quote from African Proverbs. The child who was not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. And to me, that's how Malika Andrews comes off, a child who was rejected by the village, so she's essentially burning it down. And I think one thing that's not talked about enough is black people who are mixed ethnicity and then black people who are in middle to high class don't feel accepted from people in urban communities because they didn't grow up a certain way. And it's like you're not accepted from that community. You're also not accepted from white America or whatever ethnicity you're mixed with. So you feel stuck in the middle. And either you go one way or another. One way being I'm down with the community, so I'm over the black community, so I'm gonna oversell it. Or you have the people who resent the community and they talk down to the community and they hate their blackness and they denounce their blackness. But one thing they don't realize is that other community will never fully accept you because of the mixed ethnicity thing. And this goes for Malika, and it also goes for people who, you know, feel like going the other way and denouncing their blackness and stuff. And this is a quote I heard from D.L. Hughley. You can lick their boots, but they'll never let you wear them. You know, you're like Icarus. No matter how close you fly to the sun, it'll always melt your wings. And you'll fall from grace, and that realization will come in that you still are black and you will always be just another nigga to them. And I think she needs some self healing. She needs to, you know, whether it's therapy or whatever means she decides to take to heal herself, is to realize like we all have childhood trauma. You know, we all dealt with stuff from our childhood that gave us a certain perspective on things, but it's our job and our duties as adults, especially no matter what Malika Andrews feels, she's still a representation of us in our community, no matter what. If she goes and she does something crazy or heinous, it's still painted as this woman from that community. That's how people will always see it. She's still a woman of our community, and it's her job and her duty representing us to paint us in a different light, and also keep the same energy when it comes to other people who've committed crimes, which, as of me making this video, she has came out and spoke about the whole Josh Giddey thing. And the last thing I will add is, regardless if you are of, mixed descent, or you do come from a different class, so you feel like you're not accepted from the black community, you are still part of our community, and it is our job to ride for you. But it makes it a little hard when you denounce us and you say certain things, that like demonizes us. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. My thoughts on that. Just a different perspective for y'all, and I'm out.